In this video, let's talk about the tiny things that, in my opinion, scream incredibly chic. Some of these you'll probably agree with, some of them are a little bit more niche, but let's get into it. Hey friend, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Jillz and I help women step into their power, tap into their divine feminine, and become their best self, live their best life. So if that's something you want to do, you should subscribe and stick around. And just in case you want more from me, I also have my Deep Dive Feminine Energy course or any of my other digital products or courses. They are always linked down below. So I repeat, this is all my personal opinion on what I think is chic. This is just meant to be fun. You know, not everything has to be so serious. First thing, and most importantly, having your own sense of taste and style. So clearly having your own taste and sticking to that, whether that is the colors you like to wear, whether you like to wear gold versus silver jewelry, a certain interior design style, whatever. You know, trends come and go. But having actual taste and actual style and knowing what you like and knowing what looks good on you, that is chic. Number two is matching your bra and your undies even though nobody will see it. There's something so chic and elevated about this, and it's something that you are doing just for you. So you feel put together and you feel beautiful and you feel sexy. And even though nobody will see it, you can't deny that you show up differently and your energy shifts. The trick is if you get a new bra in like a new color, buy a few pairs of underwear that match that, and then you'll always have something. The third thing that screams chic to me is when you can avoid using filler words. So words like or those are the two big ones, but also, you know, I guess. When you can communicate with clarity and confidence, that just screams more chic to me. And I don't think that you need to be perfect, okay? My opinion is I don't think you need to ever not say or But if every other word in your sentence is, then I went up the stairs and there was a really cute jacket up there, and you're just not gonna have the same conviction and presence as someone who doesn't use those filler words. The next thing that I think is just so chic, always have, always will, is if you have a little notebook, a nice little notebook that you carry around with you everywhere. Now, you guys know that I love Notion. I use Notion every single day. It's how I stay on top of my to-dos and my goals and everything. But there's something that is just so special about having a notebook that you love and that you still write in every day. There's something so romantic and so chic about actually putting pen to paper. For my notebook specifically, I do a little bit of like less to-dos in here, and it's more just journaling and journaling my thoughts, getting clarity around my thoughts, writing down different ideas that I have. And I write in this almost every day. Now, mine is extremely bougie. This is Hermes, okay? I've bought a few things from Hermes, including a bag, but this is my favorite thing that I've ever purchased from there. I love it so much. It's basically like a notebook cover, so then you can get a refill. So you can have this notebook cover forever, but it's just so nice. But the point is just buying a notebook that you genuinely love and that is small enough that fits in your bag and you just carry it around with you everywhere. It's so chic. Next thing that is chic is being able to do things alone. Going out to lunch alone. Being able to be by yourself. Being comfortable being by yourself. There is something so chic and confident about just being able to take yourself to dinner or take yourself to go see a fancy show. Just having the confidence and security in yourself to be able to do that and to feel comfortable doing that and feeling comfortable treating yourself just because. I don't know, when I've always seen a woman eating alone at lunch or dinner and she's looking really nice and looking very lovely, I have never thought, oh, that's so embarrassing, she's eating alone. Even when I was younger, I thought, oh, that's so cool. She seems so confident, so sure of herself. When I wanted to start becoming more confident, this is something that I forced myself to do. I would go out and do things alone. And having that confidence and that self-love, it's chic. Number 6 thing that I think is incredibly chic is when you wear sentimental pieces. That might just be the Cancer in me, but I love when a woman wears sentimental jewelry or any other sentimental pieces. I actually have this watch that I wear every single day. I love this watch. This was my mom's watch. She wore it every single day. She died many years ago, but I love wearing it and it makes me feel connected to her. This ring that I wear on this hand, I love it. It was my grandmother's first wedding ring. She was married twice. The first marriage was not good, but I love this ring and it just still makes me feel connected to my ancestors. So whether it's pieces from your mother or your grandmother, whether they gifted it to you or whether they wore it themselves, or maybe pieces from your sister, there's just something so special and unique about that, and I think that makes it chic. Next is having opinions but not needing to shout them or argue them online. There is something really chic about a woman who clearly has a point of view, clearly has an opinion, but doesn't have to convince everyone else to see things her way and perform it on the internet. You don't see her in the comment section arguing. You don't see her, posting, oh my God, this is why this is so problematic, or trying to shame others for thinking differently. She believes what she believes. She has an opinion. She is not passive, but she doesn't need the validation of being publicly right. Having conviction, in my opinion, is chic. She is an unbothered woman. She knows who she is. She knows what she believes. Number 8 is having beautiful sleepwear instead of random oversized t-shirts. Matching PJs, beautiful materials. Again, nobody really sees this except for you. This is really just for you, kind of like the matching bra and undies example. You're doing this just for you to make you feel beautiful and luxurious and put together and elegant and cared for. And I just think that the most chic thing you can do is having standards that nobody else even sees. There's something that feels so amazing ending your day in something beautiful just for you. It's just very chic. So whether it's like a very nice cotton matching PJ set or silk or a little bit of lace, pretty colors that make you feel beautiful, it's just chic. Next thing that I think can be really chic is having bare nails, okay? But there is an important caveat to this. Bare natural nails can be very chic as long as those nails are still healthy and manicured and clean and well shaped. I'm not just saying this because I personally stopped getting my nails done recently. I just think that this can be really chic as long as your nails still look very nice. So I've actually been going to the nail salon and just getting a regular manicure, no polish, and it's quite nice. I like it. Number 10 is having your go-to places and having relationships there. Like the waiter already knows you. He knows your name and he knows what you like. There's something very oddly chic about that. And it's like you've established a presence there. You have loyalty. You know what you like. You're moving through the way in a world that people remember you. You showed up consistently and hopefully treated people well enough that they want to take care of you. I just think it's chic having your go-to places and knowing the waiter or the waitress's name and having conversation with them and showing up to the same spots consistently. It just makes you a part of the community, and I don't know. For some reason, I feel like there's something chic about that. Number 11, full-length coats. Very chic. I know that we are nearing summer now, so we're probably not gonna be wearing as much unless you're in the Southern Hemisphere. But part of the reason why I love the winter season so much is because I love long coats. I think they just elevate any outfit. They make any outfit look chic. They make you look chic. I just love them. And unless you live somewhere that never gets cold, I think investing in a good quality long coat is well worth it. Number 12 is being genuinely interested in something that most people find a little obscure. This kind of goes back to having your own tastes, having your own interests, knowing who you are, and having a passion for something or being interested in something is attractive. Not a curated interest, not something you picked up because it fits the aesthetic or because it fits the trends that are going on right now. Something that actually really interests you and calls to you, something that maybe you fell down a rabbit hole on. It signals that you have an inner life and that you're curious just for yourself, not for content or to look cool. So what is it for you? Maybe it's astrology, maybe it's a random era of history or a niche author, or maybe a specific sport that not a lot of people watch. I think that that's chic, and I think that we probably all have something like that if we really let ourselves follow our own interests. Number 13 is having a small little compact mirror in your bag and actually using it, one that looks cute. And I know this is little and so frivolous, but there's just something that screams chic to me when a girl takes out her little compact mirror and it's cute, or it's like the little Chanel one. She reapplies her lipstick instead of using, like just her phone or something. I think it's chic. Next thing that is a little more niche, but I think knowing how to host a party, knowing how to create the vibe, knowing how to make people feel welcomed and taken care of, being able to think of all the little things that your guest might need and being able to create the ambiance that you desire. It's even the subtle things, like in the guest bathroom, you have a candle there that smells very nice and there's moody lighting and fresh flowers. As I get older, I realize this is something I would personally like to get better at and take more pride in, because community is everything. It really is. And I think being able to host is actually a very underrated but valuable skill. Being able to do the tablescaping, it really is a skill and it's an art. And I think it makes you chic. Next thing that I think is chic is calling friends and not just texting them. And really just calling people in general, not just relying on text for everything or, communicating through Instagram DMs, but actually just being able to pick up the phone and comfortably, confidently call someone. That is a skill nowadays. I think with our smartphones, we've kind of just gotten so used to texting and not even texting sometimes just following someone on Instagram. And that's the only communication we have with that person, is we just look at what they posted on their Instagram stories. But being able to pick up the phone and call your friend and ask her how she's doing and get an update on her life, that is chic. A chic woman maintains real relationships, not just little text threads or Instagram DMs that go cold. And as silly as it sounds, people are afraid of actually calling these days and being live on the phone. But I don't know, I just think this is the quality that makes a woman chic. Number 16, this is a little random, very random actually, but wallpaper, okay? I love wallpaper. I'm not just saying this because I love it. I truly think it's chic. And I think that it adds so much personality and so much of your own taste to your space. Most people just paint, which I get it, it's cheaper and it's easier. But there's something that is just so chic about wallpaper because you actually have to be very intentional with it. And it is a commitment and a point of view, right? You can't be indifferent about it. You have to have like an opinion on what you like. There's something maximalist and confident about it. You're not playing it safe. And when it's done right, I think it can be beautiful and very chic. Number 17, something that I think makes a woman very chic is when she occasionally puts her phone on do not disturb or becomes a little unreachable. Whether it's during her focused work time or during a romantic dinner date, or maybe starting at 10 p.m. every single night when she goes to bed. You are not available to everyone at all times, and that is intentional. And I think there is so chic about having boundaries around your time and your attention, and knowing that your time is valuable, that your focus is valuable, and not everyone gets access to it whenever they want. Not just that, but it also says that you are present. When you're at dinner, you're at dinner. When you're focused on work, you're focused on work. When you're in bed, you're done for the day. In a world where everyone is reachable all the time, I think being a little unreachable is quite chic and quite elegant. Next is knowing how to dress for the setting, okay? So this is not just being overdressed or underdressed. This is being able to read the room, to understand context, to understand dress codes, to understand what the moment calls for and respond appropriately. This shows that you have awareness, and more importantly, I think it shows that you have social fluency, that you've been places, that you understand the unspoken rules of social situations, that you've paid attention, that you know how the world works, and there's a quiet sophistication in that. I know people say that you can never be too overdressed, but in my opinion, I think knowing when to be casual is just as important as knowing when to be more formal. I think that that's a form of that social fluency that I was talking about and that sophistication. It's just that being overdressed is always the safer option. And lastly, I think that being able to play a musical instrument is very chic. There's something so timeless and romantic about it, and it's something that actually requires like dedication and skill. And I don't play a musical instrument, so this is just aspirational chic. I wish I did. But there's something very attractive about someone who can just sit down at a party and play piano. I mean, that's pretty cool, and that is a skill that you can't fake. And that requires hard work that you can't fake. I just think it's very chic. That was it for me, but let me know your thoughts on what you think is chic. And again, this is just for fun. It's not that serious, but comment down below. But one thing about a chic woman though, is that she is organized. And I mentioned that I love Notion. I use it every single day. That's kind of how I stay organized and on top of everything. And in this video right here, I break down my entire organizational system. So if you're into that kind of stuff, or if you just want to get more organized, you should go check it out right here. So I'll see you over here in this video, or I'll just catch you next time in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.